Hello Libra, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the energy and predictions for the sign of Libra for the month of April. Now, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, Libra, let's go ahead and take a look at what we have going on for you here in this brand new month of April. Do hope your March went well, and I hope April is even better for you, Libra. But let's see what we have going on for you here in this new month. Go ahead and get all the cards out on the table for you. We'll get everything in view, and then we'll get right into it for you. All right, Libra. And I think that's looking just about good enough to me for right now. All right, energy on the bottom. You have the Four of Wands. So Libra, there's an issue around stability here in your month of April. And when I say issue, I'm talking about a topic. The matter of stability is showing up for you here in April. This could be stability in relationships, in your significant relationship, if you are in one, or your marriage. If you're single, or if you're single, you could be looking at potentially getting out there and trying to find somebody who is serious and committed for a long-term situation. If you're in a relationship already and you are not married, you could be thinking about the next step. This is a card of marriage, okay? This is a card of marriage and commitment in the tarot. And the other thing here is with the Four of Wands, it just talks about stability generally. Also ceremonies and celebrations, so like some of you could be going to parties and social gatherings, but this is about your stability, and I feel like this is the main point around the Four of Wands showing up for you here at the bottom of the deck, or on the bottom of the deck here. So you're looking at something around stability in your situation, in your life, and we'll try to figure out what that might be around here. So Libra, taking a look at this, I definitely like what I see for you. It definitely seems like you have some healthy and very positive spots here for your April reading. And it seems like some of you are going to be starting something new in April. And again, the undertone of whatever it is that you're starting here in April needs to be rooted in stability. It needs to be grounded, okay, for you in April. And this is what I think you are thinking about. So in the middle of the reading here, this middle card is important because it holds the most gravity, right? All of the cards are orbiting around the middle card. So this is a very important card, and you have your energy, okay? You are front and center here. The Justice card is the Libra card in the tarot. So in this month, whatever new start you are undertaking, it's going to be from it's going to be centered around your needs and your self-interests, which is okay, right? And the other thing about the Justice card is it does talk about the kind of karmic scales, right? You can see the scales here on the Justice card. These scales hold our actions, and in other words, they hold our karma. Karma is just your accumulation of actions. So the scales are always going up and down. They're tipping in one direction or the other based on our actions, right? So another way of putting this is the Justice card says that we always get the outcome that we deserve, which is based on the actions that we take, all right? So I think some of you are also looking at what you've done up to this point to get started on this new beginning or to initiate this new beginning in April. And you're maybe weighing some things here. It's also an energy of balance. So if there's something that needs to be ironed out here in April to bring more stability into your situation, you'll be looking at this in this month ahead. In this first column, you have the Five of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands here, okay? So some of you want this fresh start, this new beginning here, but you have this interesting push-pull energy, okay? You can think about the scales sort of like always tipping up and down, up and down, up and down. You have this push-pull energy because you have the Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles together. These are kind of opposite energies. The Ace of Pentacles realizes that there is potential in a new beginning, particularly around finance. So this could be purchasing a home, making an investment, or just starting a business potentially. The Ace of Pentacles comes forward when you may be needing to sign off on documents or do paperwork, typically connected to loans or anything in the financial realm, maybe a new job contract or whatever it may be. But there's this new start here, and you realize the potential, but in your mind, because you have this Five of Pentacles in the upper row, you have this idea of, like, there's some scarcity here, right? You're thinking like, okay, but if I start this, is it really going to happen, or is it really going to work? Do I have the financial means to make this happen? Which is a good question, right? It is a good question to ask, right? Making sure that if you are starting a business or you're making an investment or you're buying something like a car or a home, you know, do you have the inflow, right? Do you have the cash flow to make this happen? But there's a energy of negativity that comes with the Five of Pentacles, where it's sort of like maybe even if you do have it, you're dipping into this scarcity frequency. So you have this tug of war going on here between the Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. You see it, but there's something that is holding you back, or there's something that's leading you to withdraw from potentially making it happen. Now, I do see you actually going for it, by the way, because of this final column. But in the back of your mind, there's something that is saying no, or I can't do this, or maybe I'm unworthy, something like this that's going on here with this Ace of Pentacles and Five of Pentacles tug of war that's happening. The Queen of Wands is somebody who is really confident. Queen of Wands is a card of confidence. And this is somebody who's extremely busy, by the way. You're probably going to have a busy month. There's probably going to be a lot going on since you have this Queen of Wands. But the thing is, this person is capable of handling everything. Everything on their plate, they are ready to eat. They're ready to handle, right? They're ready to deal with it. And so while you may be busy, I see that you're going to be making major progress as well in this month of April. Now in the middle column here, you have the Six of Swords, the Justice card, and the Nine of Wands. All right. So we talked about you weighing your options or weighing your actions with the Justice card. And there is this undertone here connected to stability that's very important. And it's almost like you want to be 100% sure, okay? And the thing is, this Nine of Wands, you may not realize that perhaps you're approaching this from a place of, this is like an energy of being timid, okay? This person is a little bit resistant. You're approaching this from a place of resistance, maybe. But the thing about the Nine of Wands is it asks you to really not give up, because you're basically at the finish line. You're basically almost ready to complete the Suit of Wands, which the next card would be the Ten of Wands. So when you get the Nine of Wands, it's a big message of not giving up, okay, and continuing forward and standing strong in what you believe in, which is this Ace of Pentacles. The thing is, and I think this is like a mature thought, this is a really healthy thought, you want to make sure that whatever it is that you are stable in this decision, which I totally get. So there's this idea of like, are you 100% sure? You know, is this going to actually work? Again, I think this is connected to career or finance for you. Job, finance, career, business. I'm not seeing a lot of love. We do have the Four of Wands, okay, which is a good card of stability in relationships and marriage, but this is mostly in those other areas. With the Six of Swords, this can talk about like rites of passages or going on long journeys, you know, going on journeys. And it really comes after maybe you've gone through a challenge or a defeat, maybe even a loss. The Five of Swords is before the Six of Swords, but what's interesting here is you see how this person has their back turned towards the Five of Pentacles. Sorry, yeah, their back turned towards the Five of Pentacles, and they are looking at the Fool. So for you, what is in your sights right now is the new start. Okay, this is really, really something that is front and center for you. It's in your sights. It's in your telescope. Okay, it's in your scope right now, and you're seeing it. So you're thinking about this transition to something new here. In the final column, this is what I really like for you here. You have the Fool, the Chariot, and the Seven of Cups, okay? So the Fool is basically like the power of all four aces in one card. It is not just a new beginning, it's a powerful new beginning. Probably the most powerful card. Some people may say that this is the most powerful card in the tarot because essentially in the major arcana, you are the Fool, we are the Fool, right? We are tracking the Fool's journey or your journey. This is the hero. The Fool is the hero, you are the hero. We are tracking the hero's journey through the major arcana. So this begins the journey. This begins everything when you get the Fool. It's ground zero, and it's a very exciting time. And the thing is, the Fool has to be just, at some point, they have to be guided by the universe, right? You know, you've probably all been in, probably all had that experience, or you've been in that time where there are times where we have to leap forward. We have to leap forward. And the Fool is all about leaping forward. And sometimes we have to leap forward without not having all of the answers, which as a Libra myself, I know can be very, very challenging. I know. But there are times where you really have to just go for something. And the truth is, we can't always have all of the answers at one time. If we could, then we could just read tarot and life would be on easy mode. It'd be like a cheat code, but that's not how it works, right? So the idea here is that you need to leap forward. You need to leap forward and investigate this. That's what the cards are saying. I can't tell you what to do, but the cards are saying you really should and you really need to leap forward. The Chariot can indicate, like, you do have two cards of like distance and travel here with the Six of Swords and the Chariot. This is more so like shorter distances, maybe like domestic travel for those of you who are traveling. Yeah, probably domestic travel or even travel by vehicle, travel by boats, ferries, stuff like that, cruises, vehicles, cruises, boats, stuff like that. But on a much more, on a much different level, the Chariot is about this idea of as above, so below. First, it's a card of success and going forward in triumph and success and victory. It's a very good card of success and victory, but it's the idea of as above, so below. Right? It's very true that the actions that we take are reflected out to the universe. And what happens in the universe is reflected back to us. As above, so below. And you have this idea with the Justice card, right? Which is the karmic scales. The actions, again, looking at our actions and how important they are. Finally, with the Seven of Cups and the Queen of Wands, you're going to have a lot on your plate this month. You're going to be very busy. You may even be overwhelmed. Why don't we go ahead and start to clarify this situation even more and see what shows up for you. Now, I do hope you're doing well. Hope things are going good for you, Libra. I do read all the comments, so drop a comment to let me know how this reading is resonating. All right. And let's take a look at the energy on the bottom. You do have Master Jesus, forgiveness. You are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. Okay. So there could be some family timelines here, although I don't really see them, other than the Four of Wands could be connected to family. But I think this is more about forgiving yourself, self-forgiveness. And yeah, probably because of this Five of Pentacles here. Maybe some of you have some past wounds, past financial wounds that you're working through. You then have El Moria, awakening presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love, as well as Lord Shiva, transcendence. Rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. Big one for you. You know what the Fool is doing? The Fool is dancing with the universe. Okay, you can even see the Fool doing it here on the card. They are dancing with the universe. The idea is that we can't always have everything in our bag before we leap forward. Sometimes we have to have our bag half full, our container half full. And that shouldn't prevent you from actually taking the leap or making the journey. You then have Kernanos, life force, express your driving passion, sensual and sexual powers are increased. And then you also have Melchizedek, higher learning. You have learned from experience, more inner study is now required to further progress. Okay, so I think maybe some of you also are looking at exercise. okay, with the Chronos card. Certainly in relationships, this could reignite some passion, especially with the Queen of Wands. But I think the idea is this idea of like life force and the sensual and sexual powers. This could also be talking about like maybe some of you are looking at exercise, like undergoing a new exercise routine. Why don't we go ahead and start to clarify this situation even more? Go ahead and pull some tarot cards for you here, Libra. See what we get. Okay. You have this Nine of Wands again, coming back in. Not surprised. You then have the Ace of Swords and the King of Wands. Wow. So isn't that interesting? The King of Wands clarifying the Queen of Wands. So that's a counterpart in the tarot. Although we don't have a ton of love energy here, you do have this counterpart showing up with the Four of Wands. I do think for those of you in committed relationships, you're looking at deeper commitment. The other thing is, with the King and the Queen of Wands, these are people who are very skilled at what they do. Okay, very, very skilled at what they do. And particularly the King of Wands is the entrepreneur in the tarot. And if they're in a job because they want to be in a job, not because they have to be in a job. And there's a big difference between those two things. All right, so they're probably the most skilled person in the room. And this could be you here, Libra. I think there's a nice business idea that is formulating, that is springing up for you. Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles is also an incredible, absolutely incredible clarification and combination to get. Double aces with the Fool. You are getting a new start here in April. There's no question. The universe is doubling down. They're putting more chips on the table. The universe is putting more chips on the table and saying, you're doing this. So with the Ace of Swords, this talks about a breakthrough. The hand of God coming in here, as you see on the card, or the hand of the universe coming in here, as you see on the card, and giving you this spark, giving you this breakthrough, this insight, in some ways, even an epiphany around this new beginning. And with the crown here, this is about success as well. Crowns typically indicate success in the tarot. With the Ace of Pentacles, successful ability to plant a seed or launch something. What's very interesting is with the Nine of Wands and the Five of Pentacles, these are the cards I was looking at together. Five of Pentacles, Nine of Wands down here. Now the universe, again, putting more chips on the table, doubling down, saying this is very important for you to know. Resistance. The new beginning is like smacking you in the face. It's hitting you in the face. But there's something above and below in your thoughts and in the subconscious that is causing you to have resistance here, Libra. You have the Empress, the King of Cups, and the Six of Swords again. Wow, we're getting some confirmations, double confirmations here in this reading pretty heavily. You have to undergo a rite of passage, or like you have to journey, and you have to journey forward towards this new beginning. And the thing is, the Six of Swords, it indicates that the swords in the boat here, okay, the swords in the boat represent lessons or experiences earned up to this point, okay? And they are taking the lessons and the experience and the knowledge that they've gained with them to the new place that they are going. And they don't know what's on the other side, actually, especially because the next card would be the Seven of Swords, but they really don't know what's on the next side, on the other side, waiting for them. But that's the point. They're going anyway. And this is a key theme for you here, Libra, where you're not sure what's on the other side of this, but the cards are saying you should leap forward here. The Empress says that there are flashes of abundance for you. Okay, you do have Mother, Father, because we had this Master Jesus card for Father healing. And then the Empress card is the Mother card. But this is a major card of abundance. You see the crops in the foreground here. Crops represent abundance in the tarot. But it's also a card of nurturance, right? Nurturing something. And you're nurturing this fool, right? This new beginning, this fool's journey, or this new beginning. So there's journeys, new starts, new beginnings here for you. There's also quite a few elements of success for you on this reading. You do have the Four of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Fool again. Wow. Wow. Love this reading for us Libras, okay, for April. Really do. The Seven of Cups with the Fool, it's almost like, I think I know why the resistance is here. Because you have so much. There's so much that you're taking on. There's so much that you're taking on. There are also so many considerations. Not just like in terms of like actually quite literally being busy, but also you have so many considerations to take into account before you leap. And this is I think causing the resistance for Libras at this time. With the be careful to not be indecisive, okay? With the Queen of Pentacles, this is Queen of Pentacles with a Chariot. Okay. And this is asking you to have confidence and also like stay rooted, stay grounded. Remember, we talked about how the undertone here for you, Libra, is the making sure that you're grounded and there's some stability in this new start, which you can control, right? There are other things that you can't control, but you can make a determination that before you leap, you are leaping into a place of stability, right? Or before you leap, you know that you'll at least have some baseline level of stability. So this is something that I think is coming forward. And then the Four of Cups I don't like because it can indicate boredom. So this is not a month for you to be bored. In fact, this is a month where there's a lot going on. There's so much going on. And I love this. On the bottom, you have the World, also a major card of success in the tarot, and also completions, okay? So one chapter may be closing here, but what's for certain is the new start is coming in. And also, if this is not about a completion, the World can indicate certainty. So I'm pretty certain with double aces and double fools that you are getting a new start here. Along with that, the World may indicate travel as well. This one would be international travel. The other ones might be domestic. So there could be some of those timelines happening for you as well. All right, Libra, let's go ahead and see what the Kipper cards have for us here. And see what's going on in the Kipper energies. Okay. All right, let's see here. You have despair. This is the resistance that you have. Main male. Sudden wealth. Wow. Poverty. There's the resistance coming back in. Message of concern. And expectation. Okay. There's a situation with some real estate here, potentially for some of you. Real estate or the dwelling, the place that you live, right? The place that you reside. There's some message around this or something to work through around that. Some of you are looking for your true home, your natural home. And you could be moving for that, but there's some resistance to this, okay? Somebody may be placing an expectation on you. If your parents are still here, mother, father, they may be placing an expectation on you. If you are a parent, you may also be placing expectations on somebody that you may want to be made aware of. Yeah, because we have the mother-father energy here. But you see the huge potential. Sudden wealth means, it's exactly what it means. It's the money that comes, that is born out of luck, okay? But overall, this looks extremely positive for you. Thank you so much for being here, Libra. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll most certainly be talking to you again soon.